something to really fight for real. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna give up early and be like, oh, yo, fuck it, I get comfortable and just get a job. If you got some family and you know what's on the line, you gonna fight even more. You gonna fight tougher, and then the story gonna feel better in the end. Yeah. So I'm glad it happened the way it happened for me.
Shit. You know, I have a kid and they do the same thing. I'm not gonna be on them like, hey, look, you know, you got so much life ahead of you and all this extra stuff. I feel like that's the wrong way to go. But the way that you telling me is kind of foreign to me. That's why I'm like, what? Like, you like, it's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I did it too. Like, what?
I did it. But at the same time, I'm still here and around to be able to get that extra support. Like, I mean, I know what you're going through. Don't even worry about it, you know. Because you going to go through shit anyway. But I feel like it would have been way better if you had, like, that person that'd be like, man, relax. Don't worry about it. Chill. It's going to be good. You're going to get you a job. It's going to be good. Don't worry. She tripping. Tell her no. And then hang up. You know what I mean? Tell her no, hang up. And that way you coach through it. And if it's somebody you trust, you know what I mean? Like your dad. Yeah. So this is like the best way you can do it. Embrace that shit and know, like, shit, at least I'm here to coach. Do the best I can.
My pops had my eldest brother when he was like 18, I think. He was graduating. Him and my mom was graduating, and she was walking across the stage, belly full. Mm-hmm. So they was young. So he had me 2 years later. And shit, bro. Like they had us early, so they like I guess they have a fear of having like us, their kids having kids earlier and stuff. So
because the stigma always is that it holds you back, but it really only holds you back when you don't have the support. Yeah. You know, if everybody willing to do the best they can at the same time, you ain't gotta like, you know, shelter them from the harsh reality of like, hey man, this is what happened when you have kids.
I feel like that go with fear, bro. Yeah, that go with fear in general. Like if you let fear hold you back, it'll stop you from doing a lot of shit, bro. Like,
see me, I'm even opening to have more kids. I already got 4 kids, and it's like shit. I have more kids just because it's like new life. You know what I mean? It's like a new, like you have a child. It's like man, like you get that joy, you get that rush. And maybe, you know, because I'm a dude, I ain't the one pushing the baby out. So that's maybe a different story. So different. I'm just saying, like, you know, for me, I have them all the way to the end. You know what I mean? Because at least I know, I'm trying to be real close and tight with my children. If I have more kids, then they're going to have sisters and brothers. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's going to just be like a big ass, like, man, you know how many successful people you got in your family? Like, ain't no reason for you to not be out here getting something.
Not to be all right. So you got 4 kids, bro. Like, what's the ages?
My daughter, 19. My oldest son is 16 going on 17.
You said your first headache. My daughter's 19.
Yeah.
Bro, that's already hit.
I'm probably going to end up doing it. Me and Doug, we going to do a reality show. I'm going to hire you. We going to fuck around and just bring you around my people. You going to see who'll catch it all.
You got to get your bloods ready for that. My daughter's 19. Hey, everybody else put that like,
man. So all the future rap, hip hop fathers, I'm gonna tell you, like the first couple of years, it's gonna be all gravy, but then you're gonna have to practice like release. You know, you gotta let them do and live. You know what I mean? Like, cause then it's like anything else you do, you'll be toxic.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Anything else you do, you're gonna be toxic.
You could be that toxic figure in their life if you want to. And we know a lot of people who are, and we know deep down inside they don't like being like that. They just doing it because they hide. We know whenever somebody's toxic in the room, it's not because of the room.
It might develop into that, but you know the first signs is basically like just an ego / I'm triggered and let me do my ego. Yeah. And this is what I want and I'm gonna force my opinion. That's really all it is at the end of the day. And sometimes and we all do that, but it's like how do you do it? Is it appropriate when you do it? Balance. A whole bunch of and tact. You know what I mean? Like you could be blunt, but you ain't gotta be an asshole. You can be tactful with your bluntness. You know. You gotta be able to sense emotions. You gotta be able to read the room, know when shit right when it ain't right.
That's why we cut off a lot of people that's family because some of them they don't know nothing about that. So you knowing that you like okay, I understand that they don't know, and this is why I have to distance. But then they'll take that person like, oh, you being weird now. No, I just understand that you don't understand me.
Hey, I tell you, what I've learned from that shit is like basically you have to be okay with cutting people off. But at the same time, being open to them coming back to you like a whole new person. Because even if you don't want to be the one to be like, oh, let me teach this person this lesson. When you get them out your life, the universe going to teach them that lesson somewhere down the line anyway.
Every time, bro. Because then the next time you see, I swear, it's like every time the next time you see them after that, bro, they whole energy shift. And after they're like, hey, oh yeah, you get it now. You get it. Yeah. Universe taught your ass, didn't it? Yep.
Everything happened for a reason.
like you'll say something to somebody and they'll act like they don't hear it, and then but when they get home, they look in that mirror and they think what you just said, and they be like, "He said such and such." He said I was lazy. You be like, "Am I lazy?" And then if you brush it off, somebody else said the same thing. You lazy? And my girl just said I'm lazy too. Damn.
It's up to you.
And the universe will whoop your ass. Then that's that ain't productive.
What you gonna do?
Some people are ignorant to the universe. They'll be like, "Nah, I'm right."
Everybody to life though.
Especially the OGs in Detroit. "Nah, I'm right."
All you gotta do is back up,
bro.
All you gotta do is back up.
Just accept the change, bro.
When it's like that, all you gotta do is back up. And when you back up, when the lesson happen, they gonna remember you. They gonna remember. Period. Always.
That's why I'm an Aries, bro. That's why I got tatted on my neck. Okay, the Aries. And I'm just I just like to really be blunt. Like, and you can try to masquerade and shit, but I'm just like, this is what it is. And a lot of people, and this is recent too, because when in the beginning of my years, I used to be kind of like just hiding shit, like trying to like not to hurt nobody's feelings. But as I got older, bro, I was just like, fuck that shit.
Because then you realize that part is your authenticity.
All right.
Like when you say the shit, instead of holding it in, people be like, "Damn, did you hear what the fuck he said?" Instead of you just being that silent person that didn't make no impact, at least you made an impact, good or bad.
You go back to like your mom raising you, be like, "Why should you say to people, baby? You say that, just watch." And I'd be like, but as I got older, I'm just like, fuck that shit. This is how I feel. Cause I got that from my pops, from hanging with my pops. He'll just, what I'm saying, for me shutting the fuck up and listening to him, I just became more of who I am. And it's just like, fuck it, bro. If people don't like who I am, and fuck it, they shouldn't be around me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I told my sons today, I was like, man, you gotta be polarized. You gotta be so you and so authentic that people either back the fuck away from you super fast or come in super fast and show you love. Like, you don't want no in between. Like, you want to be like, you want them to really be like, I don't like that motherfucker. Fuck that nigga. Fuck him. All that shit he talking about is bullshit. Because then at least you're eliciting some type of emotion. You get people talking. You that person. You just do it, and it can be. You can have 100. If you have 100 of those type of people in the room. Change gonna happen. Change gonna happen.
I would rather be around somebody who doesn't like me than just around somebody who acting like they don't like me. Mm-hmm. Act like they like me. Because somebody who doesn't like you is showing you like that there is a difference. That everybody don't like you, bro.
You know how they're gonna act.
Yeah, you know how they're gonna act. And versus you not knowing, you like, damn, do this person like because you don't know how you're supposed to make your plans. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you know somebody don't fuck with you, then it's like, okay, cool. Like I know that I'm not perfect. Not everybody fucking likes you. Yeah.
And then some people they gotta learn to lean into that shit. Like you ain't gotta be a villain, but be you. Be spectacular as you are. The good, the bad, the flaws, everything. Lean into it and be that powerful. Cause can't nobody do it but you.
I had to learn that the hard way too, bro. Not everybody gonna like you, bro. It's crazy.